Big record labels are getting big cash from illegal online music swappers. A jury ordered a Minnesota woman to pay up more than $220,000 to the record industry for illegally sharing music online. So should Delawareans beware? To help us answer that in tonight's legal lesson is Corey Field from the Philadelphia law firm of Ballard Spahr, Andrews and Ingersoll. He specializes in copyright and intellectual property law. Corey, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks, Patrick. It's great to be here.
You saw this judgment out in Minnesota. Will this be a deterrent for those kind of online and illegally downloading music?
Well, we are, of course, seeing the incredible effect of the internet on the music industry. So many people, if they choose to, can find ways to get their recordings online without paying. They can distribute them to other people. And it's a massive amount of what's called copyright infringement, people getting music without paying for it. And I do want to make one really important point for your viewers, is that the way the money flows is that it goes from the consumer to the record label, but then it goes to the musicians. It goes to the performing artists, to the songwriters. So I just want to keep the perspective that ultimately online copyright infringement hurts musicians and not just the companies. Now, as far as whether this is something your viewers should be concerned about, what the labels have been doing is it's very expensive to actually litigate a copyright lawsuit in court all the way to completion with a jury trial. And there's so many millions of infringers. They've started a tactic where they send out what are called pre-litigation notification letters. And they write people and they say, we have evidence that you're copyright infringing, and we will settle this for, you know, some sort of small sum, maybe a few $1,000s. And people get these letters and they panic, but they're actually, unfortunately, it's like a very expensive speeding ticket. It's not a bad idea for most people to just take that settlement offer. What happened here was, for the first time, one person in Minnesota did not want to settle and wanted to go all the way through with a jury trial and have 12 people decide if, in fact, she was an infringer and decide the damages. And, in fact, under copyright law, the jury found this a pretty clear case. They said she was infringing, and under the guidelines they were given, she had 1,700 songs available. They came up with $222,000. So I think most people should, first of all, you know, buy their music and not just get it for free online, because they really do want to support the musicians ultimately. And if they, in fact,
bottom line, if you get one of those letters, you should, probably the best advice is to just pay what they're asking, or?
Well, I think any time someone writes you and accuses you of some sort of civil liability, it's not a bad idea to contact an attorney and find out if it's legitimate. I'm in no way saying people should just get letters and send money, because there's so much opportunity for that going wrong, or even fraud in some cases. But the reality is that online records are kept. When people are, in fact, massive copyright infringers, it may be very easy for the copyright owners to prove that. And the wisest course of action may be to say, I wish I hadn't done it. I did. I got caught. I'm better off settling for something that's reasonable than taking it all the way to a jury and risking a really huge damages liability, which is what happened in the Minnesota case.
Or the best idea is to just pay for your music. Very good. Corey Field, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Rob, back to you in Wilmington.